Hey guys, this is Pedro back with another interview, this time covering VCT EMEA Kickoff. For this occasion, I'm here accompanied by LohaN, the head coach of Team Liquid, coming off of a grand finals defeat at the hands of Team Vitality to thus finish the tournament, second place overall, but thus still qualifying for Masters Bangkok. And so, LohaN, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity for this quick interview. I understand, you're very disappointed for losing in a reverse sweep manner, but nevertheless, I gotta ask you the opening question.
Yeah.
What's going through your mind?
Um, I mean, there's a lot of emotions to process at the moment. A lot to learn from this game, to be honest. It was a hard game for us. Um, I mean, I think at the end of the day, we just need to take this game as a learning of experience for the future. And I mean, just need to take the night to process the emotions, and tomorrow we'll talk.
I mean, definitely your answer echoes that from your recent tweet, post-match tweet against the match against Vitality. A lot to learn from these finals, quote and unquote. Um, uh,
Yeah.
what do you feel is like the biggest thing that you felt the team has to learn, coming off of this series against Vitality from your point of view?
I think controlling our emotions when the pressure is on. I think we lack experience being in these situations. Again, like it happened after our first loss against Footballists, the manner that we lost, it helped us prepare mentally for the next games and make a shift in mentality. I think in the end of the day, these defeats early into the year, early into the VCT season, are probably the best defeats you can have. There's a lot to learn from them, how to control your emotions when we're under pressure. I'm a bit disappointed. Obviously, the players, obviously the boys are disappointed as well. We had the game in our hands. We let it slide. I mean, we live and learn.
Mhm. I mean, obviously, you kind of mentioned it right there. The team was coming into this series with plenty of momentum. Like, probably you guys were the hottest team into this tier. Well, in tier one, possibly looking at all four international leagues. Coming in from the loss in the second round of the upper bracket, then going through the lower bracket, beating Heretics the day before, making it to this point, going 2-0 up over Vitality today. I mean, it felt like you guys were on cloud nine and then some, but obviously that started to shift once the Lotus came around. Losing that and then losing the next two maps in Bind and Fracture. Um, I I want to ask you, what do you feel uh started to change within the team that affected the team's mental and also started to affect the psychology of their performance and having to grapple with that from maps 3 all the way to the very end.
Um, I mean, I wish I could give you an answer right now, that question. It's hard to understand exactly what was the root of the issue, what was the roots of this shift in mentality where we started losing control of the game, even because I think obviously Lotus, we weren't as prepared. It felt that, okay, we lost Lotus. We went to the next map with good mental. We started well, 3-0 up. But it felt that we couldn't exactly shift the mentality from the previous map into the next one. And as soon as a mistake was done, it felt like the mistakes were snowballing us a bit harder than usual. And we didn't have the mental resilience to reset from the mistakes that we're doing. I mean, in the end of the day, these types of issues are just a learning experience, you know. Um, I think in the other side, we faced a team that had more experience in these moments, and at the end of the day, just need to learn from it. That's it.
Yeah, and also at the end of the day, you guys finished this event second place overall, and also qualifying for Masters Bangkok. As I said in the
Yep.
introduction of this video, I mean, frankly, all things considered, this is not a result that anybody within VCT EMEA or more so VCT in general would have expected to see out of your respective team, but you guys did exactly that. I mean, you
Yep.
know, going on such a run. despite not having plenty of expectations, despite having like a team that on paper is not really stands up against the likes of like Fnatic and Vitality and even Heretics. I mean, I want to ask you, LohaN, just sort of what made the this performance happen. You know, what got within the team that helped you guys just continue to win and win and win up until today and qualifying for Masters. On top of that.
I honestly think this team is very underrated. I don't think people understand how good we can be. I know there's a lot of inconsistency in our performances, but from practice to games, I've seen moments that I truly believe that we can be one of the best teams in the world. I understand people don't value us as much, probably because of the inconsistency aspect. But if we actually can show on officials what we do in practices and can actually be in control of our emotions and the way we communicate, I have no doubt that we can be the best team in the world. That's what I'm aiming for. That's what the boys are aiming for. And I mean, if you need to be the underdogs, if people don't want to, value the team, I'm more than happy to go into every game as an underdog. And I mean, we go to Bangkok as an underdogs, and that's fine. I'm fine with it.
I mean, that's definitely the kind of mentality that I definitely am feeling from the rest of the team, continuing that or using that up until Bangkok. I mean, I want to ask you sort of like your system within the team because obviously you're coming into this year from like job life, competing in tier 2 France or French Valorant, and then seeing that join over to Team Liquid, having to go through various changes within the team, like in the same time frame. Nats going into IGO, Kiko moving over to Smokes, Camo going into Duelist. I mean, bringing in Patty Tick, which was back then was the sixth man of Heretics. Kamek, the back then sixth man of Fnatic. It just goes to show like how crazy this improvement has been for the team, and also yourself, like uh, just
Yeah.
having to orchestrate all of that, bring it all together for the current form that Team Liquid is on. For you specifically, LohaN, what do you feel you wanted? What do you feel was the most important thing you wanted to instill that, frankly enough, amplified the effectiveness of everybody within the team?
I think my main focus was was having solid foundations for the team. Honestly, um, it's like we are a diamond in the rough, and I'm trying my best to shape it into an actual diamond. We have solid foundations. Obviously, even today we show that yes, we're lacking some depth in our playbook at times. But I think like from Aya's going from to the IGL role is learning a lot. I think even myself as a coach coming from tier 2, it's been a learning experience for me. I mean, there's so many changes for everyone involved in the system that we had to learn from zero. That has been it's not been a straight path. We're going to have ups, we have downs. We're going through a lot. Sometimes there's weeks that we're doing really well. There's weeks that we're not doing as good. What matters the most is just us focusing on the long term. And how can we be where we want to be at the end of the year. And for myself, our goal is just be the best in the world. That's it.
Definitely on the right path towards making that happen. And two more questions, quick ones before I wrap it
Yeah.
up. First one for you. I mean, just the accomplishment making Masters Bangkok for you specifically. Going from tier 2 job life, all that good stuff to now. I mean, what does that mean to you?
It means a lot. I mean, it's not me trying to be cocky or anything. I'm used to win. I want to win everything. Today, it felt short to be, a great achievement. My first time in Tier 1 to win a trophy on the first tournament that we played. But, I mean, I'm super happy, to be honest. Like the fact that it's my first experience in Tier 1. We managed to qualify to Bangkok. But, the end of the day, I'm not satisfied. I'm not satisfied yet. I want to win everything, and hopefully this year I can achieve that.
I mean, last question now, moving over to Bangkok real quick. The draw just happened like moments or even like a few moments before the start of the recording, I can assume. And it set up the match between your team and EDG. And so, like, want to give your thoughts about, what it's like first international appearance, literally getting a chance to face off against the reigning world champions. And on top of that, what are your expectations for this team now that you guys are at Bangkok and Masters?
I mean, I'm super excited, to be honest. Uh, I don't think we could face better opponents. It's going to be a great game. I'm super excited to face CDG. I think they play a very unique playstyle of Valorant. And, I mean, may the better team win. We're going with all in. I'm pretty sure we're going to win from today. And we're going to see a team that's ready to face anyone in Bangkok.
Definitely looking forward to your team and what you guys do from here on out. LohaN, thank you so much for giving me a chance to do this interview. Again, commiserations on the grand finals loss, but hopefully you guys can bounce back in Thailand. So thank you so much and best of luck in Thailand.
Thank you very much, man. Take care.
Hey, you too, man. Have a good night.